You know what's even better than getting a visa? Dual citizenship. And I'm specifically talking about dual citizenship by descent. In other words, getting citizenship from a second country by virtue of where your parents were born, where your grandparents were born, where your great grandparents were born, or even further back. The biggest advice that I can give you regarding dual citizenship is take care of it now. Investigate it now, research it now, apply for it now because the laws change. And let me give you two different examples of that. In Spain, there is the law of democratic memory. And this week, as I'm filming this video, is the deadline for applying for it. And the idea behind this is that there are some people who might have lost their Spanish nationality, I think maybe during the regime of Franco, or maybe they had ancestors who left the country as a result of LGBT issues, whatever. They've created this opportunity for people to reclaim their Spanish nationality. But the thing is, the deadline for doing that is now. And so if you think that, oh, I want to apply for this route, well, the opportunity is pretty much closed. Another country that has made recent changes in this is Italy. And Italy has what they call, I'm going to mangle the pronunciation of this, jure sanguinis, which is, in other words, right of blood. And here is a little interesting story. So back about 10 years ago, I worked with this great guy named Taylor, and he started talking about, hey, I found out that I'm eligible for Italian citizenship. I'm going to start applying and see if I can get it. And at work, we are all kind of making fun of him, and we're like, why would you want Italian citizenship? You've got US citizenship. This is the best citizenship in the world. Nothing could ever go wrong here. You get the picture. But anyhow, in the past couple years, we've all been like, ooh, looks like Taylor was the smartest one out of all of us getting that Italian citizenship. But anyhow, with Italian citizenship, they just made some law changes earlier this year, back on March 27th. Back when my friend Taylor got it, I think it was like unlimited in terms of ancestors, as long as you had a trail that you could prove. But now, based on the limitations that they've put in this year, it is only for parents or grandparents that you have who were Italian citizenship. And again, you've got to be able to prove that unbroken chain, and there's some other restrictions. But again, the point is, do it now. Don't waste any time. Let me tell you about my story. My mom was born in Mexico. She came here in I'm in Spain now. She came to the United States in the 1960s. She was naturalized in the early 1970s after I was born. So again, she is a Mexican national, naturalized U.S. citizenship. I was born in the U.S. I am a U.S. citizen. So back in February, I was talking with my sister. I was discussing with her, hey, is there any chance that we could get Mexican citizenship? And I love my sister, but she gave me some bad information. She said, oh yes, I went to the consulate, I asked them, and she said that our mother would have to surrender her U.S. citizenship, and she would have to get her Mexican citizenship back, and there's some other different issues that we had to resolve. And then back this past August, I realized that my sister had misunderstood the situation. My mom, being a person who was born in Mexico, is or has Mexican nationality, and that's the result of a law that went into effect in 1998 that is based on the right of soil and the right of blood. Bottom line, anyone who was born in Mexico has Mexican nationality. Even if they get nationality from a second country, they retain their Mexican nationality, and all they have to do is reclaim it. And as it turns out, my mom wasn't even aware she had reclaimed it. She had her identity card from Mexico. She even reclaimed her right to vote years ago. She had reclaimed it. So all it's a matter is for us kids to apply for our Mexican citizenship. So the lesson from this whole exercise, do your own research. Don't trust what other people tell you. Do your own research and take care of things today. If back in February I had done my own research and taken the different steps that I needed to take, I would already have my Mexican nationality, my Mexican citizenship, my Mexican passport, and I'm kicking myself that I'm still working on the paperwork here like 7-8 months later. There are quite a few countries that allow you to have citizenship or nationality by descent. And by the way, there is a difference between citizenship and nationality. I'm not going to go into those different things because I am not 100% up on it myself. But the important thing is, if you can get that dual citizenship or dual nationality, go for it. But anyhow, just reading off some of my notes. In Europe, some countries that have different provisions include Ireland, Greece, Poland, Portugal, and Germany. Israel also has provisions for it. In Asia, you're looking at South Korea, Thailand, and the Philippines. In South America, there's Brazil and Argentina. In Africa, there is Kenya, and also Australia and New Zealand. So quite a few different countries there. So if you think that you might have any ancestors who are citizens or nationals of those different countries, it behooves you to investigate for yourself. So, how do you go about finding out if you are eligible? First thing, if you have living relatives, ask them about your heritage. And I had some friends who are talking about different results of DNA tests. Well, it doesn't go by DNA, it goes by who you are related to and who you can prove was a citizen or national of those different countries. There are a number of different resources that you can use if you don't have someone that you can ask. And so some of those include FamilySearch.org, usgenweb.org, and there are the ones that you can pay for like Ancestry.com or MyHeritage.com. Another avenue that I investigated was hiring a genealogy expert. But the problem is that can be quite expensive. I reached out to help a friend and got a quote, and it was going to be several $1,000s. And that didn't sound great to me. So I found another great avenue for getting genealogy research done. Fiverr.com. And I'm a big user of Fiverr.com. I have my own side business, I have my own consulting, I have my own YouTube channel, and I've used Fiverr for years for different freelance work, and it is great and it is inexpensive. And so I hired someone to do genealogy research for a couple of my friends, and it was way more affordable than spending thousands of dollars to hire someone to research them. And so I paid the money, and they were able to go back very, very far for my friends, back to like the 1700s, the 1600s, the 1500s even, trying to find an ancestor who might make them eligible for dual citizenship. Unfortunately, It didn't work out, but at least I had the information to explore. In closing, I want to talk about my 3 lessons and recommendations. And so, first off, do your own research. Investigate for yourself to see if this is an option for you. Second, don't trust others regardless of how close they are. In the end, no one is going to take care of you like how you can take care of you. So do the work for yourself. And third, do it today because you have no idea when countries are going to change their laws regarding dual citizenship. If you're eligible, apply for it now before things change.